Hi guys, here we are again. I'm happy that you are still here. Now we have gone a whole way so far. We have been together perhaps an hour and a half, and we have gone through different topics like the European Union, its member states, the IP regime. We have the single market. What are the different IP rights and how they can help you in driving your business, where to go in Europe for the different IP rights, strategic considerations I gave you with regard to using of IP. Then we have gone through different examples. I gave you some business ideas with regard to possible what can be done from remote areas and how can you use technology in order to reach out to a planet-wide audience and consumers and customers. And I gave you the emotional background which drives your business further and to success. Now the question here is, are you already convinced that IP is something which will help you driving your success? Not yet? Not yet convinced? Okay, that is okay, and I understand this. So let's give you another two examples and we will see how you feel afterwards. We are halfway through our journey together on this, and I think at the end of the day, at the end of the course, you will follow my vision and my view, and I think you are on a better way in order to drive your business even further. Now let's take a restaurant in Myanmar. So I'm choosing somewhere remote in the planet. That is what I want to reach out to, make you think that everything can be done from everywhere and IP is present always, consciously or not consciously. So it's better consciously so that you can take advantage of it. So a restaurant in some village in Myanmar, and you're doing reasonably well because you're providing a good service, friendly service, you're providing good food for reasonable price. So people are happy to join into your restaurant. You have built a certain reputation with regard to this restaurant and the name you provided for. Admitting you are 2-3 years in your venture and well, it goes okay. You are quite well. You have 2 or 3 employees when it works out. Now you see within the clients, they come to you, the customers, they come to you, that there are clients who come from a different village than yours. Yours is a village of, of 2,000, 3,000 inhabitants, not more. And they show up from a different village. And well, you are happy. They're coming from a different village because you have built up a certain reputation and they want to taste your food because it has been, well, a talking point, I would say, in the region. So you're very happy, but at a certain moment you see that these are not showing up anymore and you are intrigued. You talk to your people and you don't see those from the other village. And well, you go to that village and you find out that a similar name, a very similar name, or even identical name, under this identical name, a restaurant has been opened in that village. And guess what? This is confusing the clientele. They think, well, this restaurant is linked to yours. They have the same quality of food, and they do not need to go 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers a drive away in order to come to your restaurant to taste your food. They have it in their own village. Now, the business name or the trademark, whatever it is, you have used in that case is the name. And the same name has been used in that village, and it may well be that the people think that you are identical. So can you enforce your trademark? Well, if you have a trademark in restaurants, then you would be able to enforce and to get to change the name of the restaurant in the neighboring village. If you have a business name registered, that could be also the case depending on the jurisdiction you're in. But it is about enforcing your IP rights in order not to confuse the clientele. That's what it is about. Or taking this a bit further. You invented some sweets. So you will be able to sell these sweets not only in your restaurant, but you want to establish a kind of distribution channel through retailers in order to get the possibility to sell it in not only in your village, but in the whole area, or maybe afterwards even beyond. So the sweets are good and it is going well, but at a certain moment so always when something went well, there are counterfeiters riding on your effort, on your marketing effort, on your invention, so to say, on your new product, and want to make it. So you are successful, naturally you have counterfeiters showing up, and they are selling that product in the region through retailers. So that is a bad news for you. And again, if you have a trademark, then you may be able to enforce your right against this imposter, counterfeiter, against this product, which is again confusing the clientele as to the origin of the product. So would you think a restaurant needs IP? Or think about that. You want to sell the restaurant at a certain moment. And the restaurant, if you have a name, that is good, but the trademark here, the name, is not the most important thing. The most important thing is the reputation, and you want to keep the reputation, the goodwill, we talk in business terms, but the goodwill is nothing else as the reputation you have built over time. Reputation is not coming from today or tomorrow, it is earned over time, offering a good quality day in and day out for the clientele. Now, at the moment of the selling of your restaurant, they will tell you about the turnover, etc., and this and that, and this is all based on the goodwill. So again, we are in the IP area, and the good news here is the goodwill is nothing which you need to register. It is an important issue at the moment of trademark defense. Then the goodwill is to be taken into account, but not at the moment of selling your restaurant. So, restaurant, you need IP. Is that, can you imagine this? Have you imagined this before the course? No, probably not. Okay, let's take another example, which is a dentistry. So a dentist, that is one person, right? One person who has let's take another, in Libya. Why not? In Libya and Tripolis, there is a dentist who again has built up a certain reputation with regard to its clients and its treatments. It did not work out in the beginning, and then the dentist went to some courses and making implants and making cleaning of the dents, and it goes better now. But at a certain moment, this dentist has an accident or has a disease or whatever. It is impossible for him to continue the business, to treat the clients, and he has to interrupt it. And there is another who already, another dentist just in front or in the area, who wanted to take advantage of its clients. That was not the case, because he kept up the reputation and was able to keep the clients. Now, once he could not anymore working with the clients, he could not continue with the treatment due to this accident for half a year or so. Would you think that people are still in this waiting for him in order to again go to him, or would people probably decide to go to another dentist? Probably they will decide to go to another dentist, even so more if that dentist is cheaper. That is another issue where you have to be careful for that kind of profession. Now, how could IP here have helped the issue, the losses due to the accident? Well, it would have been possible if that dentist would have come together with another dentist and they have made a kind of a company name, which may include both names, one and the other, or could be something else. So just a fancy name in order to refer to the dentist practice. And then if one dentist goes down for whatever reason, or retires, for example, for whatever reason, then the clients will show up again because the company continue existing. It is true that one dentist is still important because it's a treatment person to person, and people want to have that person, or have the confidence, the trust in that person, and not in the company. But it is a bit diluted if the two or three dentists, whatever it is, they exchange from time to time the patients. The patients want to have, one patient is always with that doctor, and someday it will be directed to another doctor from the same company, and building trust with that other person, with other dentist as well. So if one dentist is not anymore there, then the other would be possible to take over, and the trust building over time has come to a point that the goodwill is built up with regard to the company and not only with regard to the person. So that's another issue where, well, IP is very present, and if you take IP to a point to help your business, you will be more successful than not neglecting completely IP and pass by. So the bottom line here is, it is a necessary leg for your success. IP is a necessary leg for your success. If you don't have IP, you will lacking a big success. You will passing out. See you in the next one.